Yesterday I had an opportunity to cut out a colony of bees from an apartment building. This is actually a colony I've known about for a while. Some friends of mine are living in a third floor apartment and the bees have been going into the corner next to their balcony. Apparently the previous managers of the complex weren't interested in doing much, and the current manager was very interested in having me come and remove the bees. So I finally got the chance to do that yesterday, and it turned out to be a real surprise. The bees were going into a corner of the building next to the balcony, like I mentioned, and then going into the space between the ceiling of the storage closet on the second floor balcony and the floor of the storage closet on the third floor balcony. They'd been there about 4 years. The hive was pretty large by this point, and I had suggested to the manager to have me come out in late winter. I expected by this time of year the bees wouldn't have much honey and not much brood, if at all, so it should be an easy extraction. Well, this was a huge surprise for me. I was working over my head and there was way more honey than I expected. I ended up with 3 5-gallon buckets of honeycomb, and that was after giving some of the better comb to the people in the apartment. It took several hours, but I was able to cut all the comb out. I put some of that comb into a swarm trap. I vacuumed up some of the bees in my bee vac, and after removing everything, I sprayed some honeybee repellent inside of the space, and I used expanding foam to fill up the gap that allowed the entrance to the space. Through all that, the one disappointing thing is that I never found the queen. But I have the bees home now. I'm going to put them into a hive, and we'll see how things come out. One thing that was nice about this cutout is that the space was about 14 inches deep, 14 to 16 inches deep, and where the brood comb was about a foot wide. So it made nice comb to put into the lay-ins frames. And one thing that was a little surprising, besides all the honey, is that they've already got drone cells in there. So I think they're a little ahead of schedule on preparing for swarm season. On these first few combs there don't seem to be a lot of bees, but I see them kind of clustered up in the back. Now we're getting into more of the bees here. Don't know if we have the queen in here or not. We'll see what we can find. Not seeing her. Got a pretty good clump of bees in here on the side of this vacuum box. So possibly the queen's in there. I'll hope so. So I never spotted the queen, and the way these bees are flying around randomly after I shook them out makes me think that she is probably not in there. If she was, the bees would be more drawn to go right into the hive. So what can I do if I don't have a queen in this hive? There's a few options. One is that it seems like the hives are ahead of schedule this year, so it's possible we may see swarm season and queen mating season coming up sooner than expected. So once I have other hives that have young brood, I could give brood frames to this hive and let them make a queen, and hopefully she'll get mated successfully. If not, I can give them another brood frame and let them try the process over again. And if worse comes to worse, I could possibly attempt to combine this colony with another one. If this interests you, you might check out this video of a cutout I did removing a colony from a front porch column. And if you've already seen that, you might check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll really like. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.